Okie dokie, and welcome to day 5 of the Transform Your Life in 60 Days challenge. Have you downloaded the workbook? If not, do so now. It's in the post. You're going to need it to keep track of your progress, which, as I've said before, is super important. And you'll be amazed at how much shifts by being purely intentional, consciously doing what it takes to create what you are desiring. And to be in the running for the extraordinary prize at the end, valued at over £10,000, you will need to be recording your progress, because you're going to be able to give me a précis of the journey. Okay, all the details are in the workbook. So as you're coming in and joining, please do say hi. It is so great to have you here. And let me know if you've watched any of the previous lives. Put a Y or an N in the comments. Or if this is the first time, put first in the comments. If so, welcome. It's great to have you here. And I would absolutely encourage you to go back on the previous days, because this builds on each other. And remember, these may feel like very small steps, but remember one thing, as I said on day 1, they are small, but mighty and powerful steps. And as Darren Hardy says in his book, The Compound Effect, it's the small things done consistently over time that has the biggest impact. That's the power of this transformational journey. Do not underestimate these small steps. Remember what I said a few days ago? 80 to 90% mindset. It happens in the mind first. And when that happens, when the decision is made and that commitment is made, that's 90% of the job done. If you're finding this enormously helpful, please do me a favor. I would really, really appreciate it if you could help me reach more people by sharing this live, tagging people that you know and you think would really benefit from this. I really appreciate it. Also, as you know, by now, I'm giving away prizes and giveaways over the course of this challenge as a thank you for commenting, liking, and sharing the lives. And the first one will be on day 7. Okay, so please do share and tag people that you feel this would help. And then join me on day 7, as I be giving away the prizes. So I'm keeping these really, really super short in order to make it a doable experience for you to attend live every day. And and that it doesn't become too much, because I also know that you actually also need to implement these steps. So I'm giving you very broad strokes, but it's enough to create transformation when you do the work. I'm already experiencing incredible shifts. How about you? So here's the thing. You deserve the freedom you desire, free from emotional binds and being financially empowered. And I know this has the power to do that for you. But remember this one thing. Nothing worthwhile is easy. Otherwise, if it was, the world would be a very different place, wouldn't it? There will be times where we may need to face some uncomfortable topics over the course of this challenge. I know, because I've been there. So with that said, let me tell you a story. I told you a bit about my life, having been locked up until I escaped. And when I did, it was the most glorious but also scary things I've ever done. You can imagine. Just because I knew I could do it in my heart, I knew it. I knew I would create a powerful life of abundance when I escaped. But it did not stop my critical mind trying to convince me otherwise. I was terrified. I was totally not used to living in the world. I was alone, completely alone. And this was before the world of the internet, okay? This was way before then. So my sphere of awareness was really, really, really small. But I did extraordinarily well. And when I did escape, I got a fantastic job, exactly as I had envisaged during my experience when I was 15. Remember I told you about that? I was making so much money. Oh my gosh, I was making so much money. It was phenomenal. Every Friday, I would go to the local fishmonger and I would order 12 oysters and a bottle, and I would go to the grocery store and get a bottle of Tattinger or Bollinger champagne on my way home. And in those days, I didn't use the tube. I used London cabs to get around. Right? And this is way back in the early 90s, showing my age. But almost from day 1 after I escaped, I developed a very fine taste for luxury and the finer things in life. I even bought my first house in London on the River Thames within months of escaping. I bought a car even though I didn't know how to drive. Life was incredible. It really was. Okay, it really was. I was cruising. And then I was fired. And let's just say we had a difference of opinion. And their reason for firing me was pretty much on rocky ground. So they offered me a lot of money to leave quietly, which I did, rather bemused and confused. So being used to challenge, I dusted myself off and got another job, got an equally well-paid job, only to be fired again within the year. And it happened again and again, all the time being paid well to walk away quietly. I'll never forget walking out of the office block that last time, the sun shining. I'm now living in Cape Town, looking up at Table Mountain. And in that moment, I had a choice. See myself as a failure, unemployable, useless, stupid, and worry about how I was going to get by in life? Or to see this as an opportunity to find another solution. And later that night, I will never forget the words that went through my mind. And they were, I'll just have to do my own thing. Literally, they were the words that went through my mind. Essentially what we now call today, be an entrepreneur. And that's what I did. And I started a business called Dial a Teddy. Before Sir Timothy Berners-Lee had rolled out the internet mainstream, when things were still being done the old way. And since then, I have been an entrepreneur, a researcher for over 25 years, which has given me tremendous freedom and life-changing experiences. Here's the thing. On that sunny day in Cape Town, being fired from that last job, I had a choice. And if I'd have chosen the option that I was a failure, where would my life be today? And that is the topic for today. It's perceptions. The first thing we can control. The challenge is being conscious of our perceptions. How we perceive, what are our judgments, what perceptions are we holding on to? What perceptions are you holding on to today that might be blocking you from creating the transformation you would love in this challenge? In your workbook, write them down. Ask yourself, do you have any? What perceptions do you have? And do you have to see it that way? Is there another way, a more supportive way you could perceive the judgment? Remember, there are always two sides of the coin. As always, let me know in the comments and tag me if you've got any questions. And if you found this useful, please like and share or tag people that you feel would benefit from this challenge. And don't forget to update your workbook. And I will catch you tomorrow. Love and gratitude. Bye-bye.